Hello, hello, hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Beauty Beats and Balance.
Beauty Beats and Balance. We are back. Another episode. Another great episode. Hello to all of you in TV and radio land.
YouTube world.
YouTube world, yeah.
iTunes.
Yep. Shout out to our faithful listeners and supporters and subscribers and all of that. We appreciate it.
And we also, as always, thank you for the feedback.
Yeah.
So how are you, babe?
I'm good.
Today is a beautiful Sunday.
It is.
It's a little chilly, but it's beautiful.
We're starting to warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're starting to warm up.
That's a good thing, too, though, because we have a photo shoot today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I have on my little top. I don't know if y'all can see the
I know it's kind of
ruffles.
black. Can't really see it.
Yeah.
I see it a little bit.
Yeah. It's Gabby Grace top, of course.
Shout out to Gabby Grace.
But yeah, we got a photo shoot later on, so we won't hold you guys too long. So
Let's get into it. What's going on?
hey.
We left off. Did we do a first of the year? We did a first of the year
We
podcast.
talked about resolutions and all that. Yeah. We left off with we were talking about R. Kelly. That was the last episode.
We talking about R. Kelly. Yeah,
but it was also, we didn't get to see the entire.
True. We missed those last.
We
last
had
two
seen
episodes.
the last two.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't.
Yeah, we're gonna label on that.
We're not gonna stay on R. Kelly too long, but I will
news.
say this: we saw the last two episodes after the last recording, and y'all was brought to tears when the lady was running with her child out of the hotel, like she was running from the slave master. It was emotional. But shout out to his record label who dropped him. Let's hope that all his checks come to an end, and all his coins stop.
That's what.
We have contributed to his sickness long enough.
Okay.
Even though I don't buy his music anyway, but you have contributed to his sickness long enough.
Put it on me. Okay. I'll take it.
Right.
I'll take it.
But what we do know is that he's a sick individual. And has he said anything?
I don't know. Probably not.
He hasn't made any statements or anything, except the fact that he's suing people.
Yeah, that's all he can say.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
But I was listening to another podcast, and it was pointed out that his brother, the one like I said was chilling he was chilling in his great room. He kind of told on him because when he made the statement, we talked about it. When he made the statement about paying his little brother the $100,000 to say it was him, that's just like saying that was him. And he was going to pay his little brother to lie and say that wasn't him, that it was actually the little brother. So he just basically told off on him right there.
Yeah.
But anyway. But another thing that was interesting, now that this has all come up about R. Kelly, is that they're talking about Drake.
What?
You didn't hear about that? Yeah.
I heard Soulja Boy talking about Drake.
No. Oh my gosh, y'all gotta see the Soulja Boy and Charlamagne the God and the Breakfast Club interview. It was hilarious.
Shout out to Big Draco.
But no, they were saying that they're looking at Drake closely now because he brought a 17-year-old up on stage and he was kissing on her, and even after he found out she was 17, he kissed on her some more, and then he was texting the little girl from Stranger Things.
Ew?
I don't know. I don't watch it. You watched it. But it was some little white girl.
Ew. Oh.
And they're supposed to be friends. And
how old is she?
I
guess she played a kid
14,
on.
15. She's young.
She not that young. I don't think she's that.
No, she's young. She's under 15, or she's 15. You have to Google it.
She might be 15. Right?
But either way, that was a known fact that they were texting.
Wow.
And why are you texting a grown man? Furthermore, why a grown man are you texting this baby?
Yeah.
Grown man. Why?
Has it been? Is that proven?
They talked about this before that Kelly stuff came out.
Oh, okay.
So of course now they're looking at Drake.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna need y'all men to find y'all some grown women.
We
at least
shall
18.
see. We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, we'll see what comes of that. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're gonna try to throw everybody under the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I guess they're gonna try to bring everybody down with them. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be the hip hop Me Too.
Yeah, yeah. So
what else we got? What else we got?
Well, I don't know. You know,
we gonna...
your notes are down. I'm trying to look at it now.
I got my notes.
Well, I mean, I don't have my computer today. I'm looking at your notes. So,
there we go. Yeah.
Well, one thing we did do after we talked, you guys, is we went to Colorado.
Woo!
Really?
I'm saying that was cool. I enjoyed it.
Oh,
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
But you was like, okay.
Yeah, I had a good time.
So I had to go for. I went because, of course, I have some clients there, and but this time I asked Walter to join me.
Yeah. To be your luggage carrier, driver, and all of that. Yes.
Companion.
Right, companion. Yeah, that was cool.
And to spend some time in Colorado because I knew I wanted to map it out. Because, you know, guys, we are so busy.
So busy.
Oh, my gosh. So, you know, I wanted to see if we could incorporate a little bit of play in with our work.
Which we did.
So, of course, he brought his computer.
Yeah, I gotta have
But I planned it all out. It worked all out where I could work a couple of days, do my clients, take care of them, and then the rest of the trip was all me and Walter. So we got some time together, some much needed us time.
Us time. The kids, stayed with my mama.
Yeah.
And did they go anywhere else?
No.
They just stayed with my mama.
Yeah, they just stayed with me.
Okay.
Yeah, they stayed with
So that was good. We were able to get them situated while we went across the country and hung out for a little while. Yeah, into the mountains, boy.
So it was so beautiful, yes. When we first got in, it was a really major snowfall in Colorado, and you know they were thinking we may get delayed, but we came on right in, and it was a lot of snow.
A lot of snow.
So
if Memphis saw that much snow, we'd be shut down for 2 weeks.
Yeah, baby, y'all wouldn't be going nowhere. But the blessing of it all, because it's all about perspective, we got fresh snow. So we were able to see the mountains in Denver with a coat of fresh snow, and it was beautiful. Because Friday it snowed, but then Saturday and Sunday it was just completely clear. If you guys follow us on IG or Facebook, you guys can see.
Where can they follow us?
I'm at Allison Person 22 on IG.
Yeah, I'm the Walter Person, and they can follow the podcast
at Beauty Beats and Balance.
Beauty Beats and Balance.
Beauty Beats Balance. It's just Beauty Beats Balance without the end.
That sounds right.
Yeah. So anyway, if you guys follow us, y'all saw the pictures, but it was beautiful.
Yeah, it really was.
And the one thing that I love about these traveling experiences me and Walter have is that we got to see things together for the first time. The last time I went, of course, I didn't go to Vail, but this time we went to Vail together. And we went did the gondola and went up to the top of the mountains, and you know we didn't ski now. We watched our friends, our
light skinned friends.
We watched our friends ski on down that mountain, and but we just went up there and just enjoyed what God has created because it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really majestic just to see the views and the mountains and the snow and just all the stuff that you see on pictures and the movies to kind of see it in person.
Yeah.
And so now the flip side of, because you're talking about perspective, the flip side of the majesty and it being all beautiful and all of that, for you, it was all great all the time because you were just riding, taking pictures and video. I'm driving up this steep ass mountain, going up inclines, down declines.
And I'm a what they call it? Backseat driver,
right?
Or passenger driver. Right. Like whoa, slow down.
I mean these steep roads.
Because he's balling around like he on 240. I'm like, look, we don't know where this gonna gonna take us.
Right, and literally, when you're driving on that mountain, like the side of the road is not that far from where you're driving, and it's not like they got guardrails or safety nets or anything to keep you from plunging 1,000,000 feet down this mountain. And so
on our way down, I was like, Walter, don't look to the right.
Yeah,
don't look to the right. Because I couldn't even look to the right. I'm like, just don't look.
And even though even though the roads were clear, because they do such a great job of keeping those roads clear of ice and snow and stuff like that, but just in my mind, knowing that there's ice and snow on the road somewhere, and I'm driving down this steep, curvy, crazy mountain, it was kind of intense. Yeah, and look, and the locals, they like, man, get out the way. They swerving past me, balling past me, finger signs and dirty looks. And
no, they weren't. No, they weren't.
I'm sure they weren't in their mind.
They were. Yeah. Those 2 lanes, man, they were just ball. Like, it's dog. We don't know if a moose or elk or whatever can drive out into the road.
Right, because it was sunlight, daylight on the way there, but on the way home, to avoid the traffic, the map took us, of course, the long scenic route. So when I say there was, I mean, we in little towns, a house every 5 miles,
so we like,
no lights.
I
don't know what's.
So we prayed the whole way home.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Which was about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours.
Almost 3 hours.
A long time to drive home.
Yeah, that was an intense ride again.
So at that point, Walter was ready to be at the house.
Yeah, I was ready to get to the house and kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of woo-saw a little bit, relax, you know what I'm saying? Get some of that good Colorado, air, you know what I'm saying? Get some of the good Colorado air to kind of relax a little bit and get back in my zone. So yeah, I was ready to get to that for sure.
But it was beautiful, y'all. We definitely want to take the girls to see it because that's what it's about. We just want to try different things, see different things, and it's a blessing that, we are able to experience certain things because of our jobs. Mm-hmm. So,
and I got to give all the credit to the hard work and dedication that you put in for that to even be possible, for people to be like, I want you to come out, to Colorado and do my hair.
Yeah.
And I want you to, and when you get here, I'm going to have 4 or 5 of my associates and friends lined up so you can do their hair. So just seeing those women, their reactions to getting their hair done, and just they were genuinely excited about getting their hair done by you. So
I met a couple of new ladies this go around, and it's exciting. I love to meet my newer clients and building it, and and I'm glad you were able to see that.
Yeah, that was cool.
And he was there to assist while I was working. He just brought me food. Yeah. Make sure I'm straight, give me some water, because you cannot not drink water in Colorado.
Yeah.
You will get sick.
Yeah, I can't imagine, the athletes all the time, they talk about the advantages with the home team in Denver, because of the altitude. And it was a few moments where I was like, I can kind of feel the thinness of the air. You kind of get out of breath, running around. So, I definitely felt it for a second.
I got out of breath. Mm-hmm. I was out of breath more so this time. The last time I was like, my stomach was hurting. Mm-hmm. This time it was out of breath. Mm-hmm. So speaking of that, speaking of the hair industry and my business, one thing I do want to share with our listeners is that I'm going to be relaunching some things.
Cool.
Yeah, of course, I started out with the baby bombshell, with my classes, and now we're into the new year. Of course, those classes are going to kick back up, and I'm thinking they're going to start more so at the end of April. Because I'm going to do a launch at April's. I'm going to be a vendor there at April's Sip and Shop. The Gabby Grace, the Sip and Shop that we had last year at the Brickwood Hall. Mm-hmm. Yes, I will be there.
So, and I know this time that it's a co-ed event.
Yes, so you will be there.
Yeah, I need to be a vendor. I can sell something.
What you going to sell?
Sell something.
Okay.
I'm hollering.
So the new name for the courses are going to be AP courses. Yes.
Pretty catchy. I saw what you did right there.
Okay. AP courses. Okay. So what I'm going to do is kind of branch out a little bit more. I'm definitely still going to continue to teach the parents on how to teach the parents how to take care of their children's hair. Yes. But I'm also going to branch out into other things where I'm going to do more classes with other hairstylists. I want to start doing classes with teenagers. Just other parts where I feel the need for education. I'm going to start doing business courses. So these are going to be all under one umbrella, AP courses. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And also we'll be launching AP hair extensions. Me and Elena did decide to branch off and go our separate directions in our hair sales. So, and y'all know we've been doing the same. We've been selling Salon 22 hair extensions for a long time, almost 9 years. But we just decided, we're going to go individual routes. We're growing both in our fields. So you guys can look forward to that. And it's going to be the same quality, baby, the same hair. It's not any changes in the hair. It's just going to be changes in names. So y'all guys, just, look out for that. Yeah. I will keep you posted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I can't wait to see you guys at Brickwood Hall in April because we will be, doing demonstrations. I'll be doing consultations with women and their children. But just look forward to that, to those, flyers and emails and whatnot, so you guys can learn more about that.
Good deal.
So
Good
that's my
that's
beauty.
The beauty?
Yes,
right.
That's my beauty.
Well, let me throw a little beats in. I rarely get a chance to. I really don't watch TV, but I was sitting there the other day and Jimmy Fallon came on, and so of course the Roots.
I like Jimmy.
Yeah, it's a cool show. The Roots is of course the house band there, and this particular episode. He was talking about Black Thought, and he was like, Black Thought's got a new album. I was like, cool. I like the Roots. I like Black Thought. Let me check it out. When I tell you, I have been listening to that album like nonstop. It was just great and refreshing to find, of course, some mature. Is a mature word again? Some grown. Hip hop, something that I can listen to and feel grown listening to and feel like a man, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Feel like a man listening to it, you know what I'm saying? And so just the things he's saying, I mean, even the beats he hooked up with what's the guy's name? I want to get it right. Salam Remy. I hope I said that right. So he's a upright bass player, and it's just the vibe on the whole album. It's just real organic. It's real. It's smooth, but it's hip hop. It's rap. Again, it's grown man rap. So I really like that. It's called excuse me, it's called Streams of Thought, Volume 2. And so it's just really good. I've been really enjoying it and listening to it. And so I encourage you, if you like music, good music, great music, grown man music, check that out. Black Thought, Streams of Thought.
And grown woman music.
Oh, yeah, women can listen to it for sure.
Because, he's always introducing me to new
new things.
So I'm excited to listen to Black Thought.
Yeah. And so the other thing I want to talk about on my beats, I haven't really said a lot about it, made it public per se, but I am working with Made in Mickles Entertainment now. They're a record label and studio as an engineer. So shout out to my man David Porter for the opportunity. They honored him the other night at the Grizzlies game. It's good to see him get that recognition that he deserves as a living legend. So I'm excited about that opportunity. I'm busy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. They working out of me. But it's a great opportunity, and I'm looking forward to all the great things that are going to come from it, and things that are already starting to come from it for this new year, 2019 and beyond. So.
And then your dad used to work with
Yeah. So that's another connection. My pops used to work with David. They had a band, Circle of Fire, that was David was working with on Stax back in the 70s. So. It's all kind of come full circle, and again, I'm really appreciative for the opportunity. I've been rolling with David for a while, and in the nonprofit and some other things. So,
and I told David, I said, look, can he come home sometime?
Yeah, we told him. What did he say?
Pray. It's gonna be worth it. Pray. Keep praying.
Right.
Keep praying. It's gonna be worth it. I'm like, okay,
right.
I'm gonna keep praying.
So she gonna hold you to that, DP. She gonna hold you to that, man. So
Yeah,
but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah, and one thing that I have to do as a wife is, understand his passions and understand his motivation and what he has to do to get through all of this, because I'm praying that he'll be able to make his own schedule later on. Right. But I know right now he has to grind. And one thing that I'm just so proud to say to him is that he is working in his element, because he went to school for engineering.
Got a degree in it, bro.
Yeah, he got a degree in it. And so just to see him working in his passion, working in what he's a totally different person. So I'm not going to kill that dream and say, you need to come home. I'm not going to do that.
Right,
I'm going to be the strong, supportive wife, and, do what I got to do. So with that being said, now I have to change my whole life around, which is, and I kind of already let my clients know, is that I have to change my schedule around because, um, raising a family, I feel like, we both feel like it needs to be a consistent parent. We all, of course I'm going to grind. Of course I'm going to do what I need to do as far as my business, but I've been in my business, in my field for quite a while. So I'm blessed enough to be able to change up my life whenever I feel like I need to. And thank God I'm still, successful. My clients roll with me. Yep. And my clients that can't roll with me, they completely understand. And then it opens the opportunity for new clients to come in that can, come to me at those times that are available now. So, but I'm willing to do that for him. I'm willing to change my life around because I want my children to have one consistent parent. But one thing that I asked him to do is what I asked you to do, babe. When you are home, what?
Be present.
Thank you.
Don't just be here.
Don't just be hearing me. Don't just be hearing me, girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Don't
be
just
present.
Be right. Be present.
Right.
Because the girls, it's important to us. I'm sure you guys know. It's important to us about how we're raising our girls, and they know Daddy's a hard worker, and so they know when he's gone. The first thing they say is, "Where's Daddy at work?" Yep. I mean, he's not gone to the club. He's not out with his friends. He's not at the bar. They know he's at work, and so, they get a little frustrated with it, a little bit when it's a lot of time, but for the most part they know I'm here, and Walter even take me to the studio with him sometimes just to have that time. But one thing that we are dealing with now as a couple is just making sure that we are present, that we are present in our children's lives. I'm willing to make the change and be more present just to balance it out, because we don't want the grandparents raising the kids and babysitters every day, all day. I personally want to be aware of what's going on with the children, especially with Moni. She's growing up. She's about to be 10. She's changing. She's growing up. He can't even deal with it or think about it. So I need. So I gotta be there to just be aware of what's going on and helping her grow and helping her maneuver through these changes that she's going to be going through in life.
Isaac he kind of talked about that today at Hope. He kind of mentioned about you can be successful in one area and be failing in all other areas. So you might be successful in your business, but your marriage or your family life might be suffering because of that. So he said you gotta have balance. And I was like, that's right on time. Cause I said we finna go do this podcast. He said, come on, Ike. That's my guy, man. Send out the Ike carry, man, for real. But when he said that, I was like, that's right on time, because you gotta have that balance, and you can be successful in one area, losing in the other. So the true success is all areas equally balanced and working for your good. So.
And that's funny because I actually did not go to church today. I did, what do they call it, bedside Baptist today? I was tired, y'all. Well, Walter couldn't go with me till 11 o'clock because he had something to do at Hope. So I decided that I didn't want to be at 11 o'clock by myself. So I said, I'll take the opportunity to sleep, lay around a little. But I did listen to TDJ. What?
I was going to say, and then, so the other way it worked, so the class that I was doing the sound for today was that financial planning class. So I get to sit through.
The one that was so dope.
Yes. So I get to sit through this thing for free. For free.
Shout out to Hope.
But I get to sit through it for free, take some notes. So I got some notes. We're gonna talk about a couple things. It was really good. I think it's.
I was kind of mad when they said it was so dope.
I think his name is Dave Ramsey. I think that's the name of the program. But it's pretty good.
Oh, good.
I'm looking. Hopefully it's a 9-week thing. So hopefully I'll be able to do it. Every week all the way through. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yep.
So, when I don't get to go to Hope, I listen to TD Jakes. I don't listen to TD Jakes anyway. I mean, even if I do go to Hope, I still listen to TD Jakes on Sundays as well. And one thing he was talking about today was using your platform for him. You know what I mean? And he was talking about, how God used, was it Paul's boat? But anyway, he used his platform. And basically what he was saying, which spoke to me, is that, you know, when God blesses you with gifts and in your career, He doesn't give you that job for you. He gives you that job to service Him.
Come on, come on.
So, you know, He's gonna give you things to give it back to Him, and so it just made me think about, you know, just how much He'll do for us and how much He has been doing for us since we have been working for Him. Because I feel like we're working for Him.
Oh, yeah,
Even with this podcast, I feel like we're working for Him. You know, and you know, of course, y'all, we not, you know, sanctified in the holy road. You know, we are human. But one thing we do know for sure is and we talked about it before, once we brought God more into our relationship, that it has been a blessing, and we have really grown. So that spoke to me today, and I was going to share that with you about that sermon, using your platform. So we will definitely be doing that, and you'll see signs of that in coming this year, how we're using our platforms for His good.
Let Him use you.
Yes, and for the good of His people. You know, I just feel like when you guys have a gift, you're supposed to share that gift.
That's right.
And you're supposed to, and whatever you're doing, you're supposed to do things to help other people. Whatever it may be, whatever field you're in. You know, of course, if you're a doctor, you're helping people. But you could be in the restaurant business and you just want to make sure people are eating healthier. Or you can be like myself in the hair industry and you just want to make sure people have healthy hair. Because we know people in the industry, in my industry, that don't care about that. They just want to make some money. But I salute those who are like myself who really care about the health of our hair, you know. So
yeah, I want to make sure your mix sound right. So if your mix ain't sound right, share it to me, let me get you straight.
Right, and we also want to make sure that you have good music, you know, because that's important. So yeah, so that's my thing.
Okay, well, that was the beauty and the beats and the balance. We talked about you know,
being present.
Yeah, just being present, being there again.
Working together.
And that's one thing that the financial planning talked about. It was like working together, and not to get too far into that, because I think we probably should do a whole, you know, episode about the financial planning or getting stuff together. But excuse me, one of the things they talked about was working together and identifying, especially if you're in a couple, a relationship, identifying who's the nerd and who's the free spirit when it comes to financing and keeping up with stuff. So of course,
the nerd.
You know who that is, and you know who the free spirit is, of course. So that's our balance. So you have to find a balanced relationship and figure out what's good and how you can get your finances in order with that. So yeah, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, because we do good. I mean, it's been a journey. We do good, but it's been a journey because of my free spirit over here. But yeah, we do work well together. But I can't wait to talk about that because that's so important. Because that ends a lot of marriages.
It does. That's what they were saying, and it's really it just keeps like a dark cloud over everything. And you know, like they even talked about how the free spirit most of the time doesn't even want to have a conversation about the budget or whatever, and how they, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, they talking about somebody. I don't know what they're talking about. They talking about somebody.
My Lord. Want me to do it.
So anyway, moving on.
Well, one thing I wanted to say is that, you know, we talk about this teamwork because they know that makes the dream work. But I'm not going to lie. I do still have my times where I'm a little, where, you know, I get like, why you got to go?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like first thing in the morning when I've been up, meditating, getting my mind ready. I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get it. We do it. Then, yeah.
Well, that wasn't on the calendar. That's me.
Right.
Well, you didn't. That wasn't on the calendar. I mean, that session wasn't on the calendar. So I'm just trying to understand when you're gonna be here.
Right. And I'm like, look, you know, we're going into this new situation.
I know.
We got this new thing.
Keep working on me, y'all. I just want y'all to know it's not perfect. Because I'm not gonna sit there and lie to y'all and say, oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm 10. Sometimes I still get a little, like, really?
Yeah.
Really? He's gonna be gone that time?
And so, but the thing about it, when I know that's, you know, we're kind of at that peak, at that edge, then I'm like, okay, let me find any time I can to be around the house, to spend time with her and the kids, to do whatever I can. If it's just, you know, I mean, if it just be an hour, so you know, let's, you know, sit here and just do whatever, you know. So I'm with it.
Sometimes we need like 5 or 10 minutes just for
just for 5 minutes. That's all we need. So you're gonna have to spend some time together, you know.
So you know, it's just, but yeah, it's a journey on. So we don't want to put out there like it's just super easy.
Right.
It's not. I'm still adjusting. And again, that's why I'm trying to make it uh, easier for the girls to transition through it too. So I'm trying to make sure I'm available, but it still gets a little tough. And I just ask him to just work with me. Work
And
with
so,
me.
in the times when it gets tough, what do you encourage people to do?
First, pray. Pray for peace of mind.
Right.
Because sometimes I want to fly off the handle immediately, then I have to stop myself and say, okay, breathe. What is the end goal? He's not doing nothing stupid.
Right.
He's working.
Right. I tell all the time, I feel like I'm sitting at home playing PlayStation.
Right, and he's not. And I have to check myself on that because, sometimes God will answer your prayers, and then you complain. And it's like, well, he did answer this prayer. He is doing what he loves, and we have insurance.
Already.
So, I have to keep that in mind.
Right.
And I have to keep in mind, too, that, again, I live my dream every day, so he has to live his dream every day. And I know that God will work it out. So one thing I do is I do have to stop and check myself. And sometimes my gripes are valid. But then sometimes they're just me being spoiled, and I just want him there.
Right. Yeah. And sometimes, and I'm gonna lie, sometimes I just want to be there. Sometimes, I just want to be at home. But,
and then sometimes you just want to be at the studio.
Yeah, sometimes. But again, we work it out.
But yeah, we work it out. And one thing that helps me through this too is that because I do lean on him more. I lean on Walter more. That's one thing that we've been together 20 years. And of course, everybody knows. Well, I'm not sure everybody, but a lot of you guys know I'm a twin. And so I grew up with a person my whole life, and that person was Elena was somewhat of like my safety net in a sense, And one thing that I had to grow in my marriage is that I had to lean on him and not lean on my twin. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did that. I leaned on her, and to bounce ideas off of, to my career, all of that, I leaned on Elena, and I had to learn that Walter is my life partner. Elena's gonna have her own life, and I need to have my own life, and it was a hard transition for me, but when I finally leaned on Walter, it changed the game. It changed the game, and I'm not ashamed to say that that's what I do, because a lot of people do that. A lot of people will listen to their family, their mom, their dad, their sisters and brothers. They'll go to them first before they go to their spouse. And when I made the decision to go to Walter first and foremost, and really only, if we aren't in agreement,
right,
then it's gonna be a problem. And we had a lot of arguments and things in the past over that. But now that we're on the same page as that, where I said, okay, look, you are my partner. You are my business partner. It's team person. Then it changed our marriage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can say even from my perspective, dealing with, just music and different things and different business ventures and endeavors and things like that, I would get caught up in, okay, what's this person's opinion, or this person, or let me worry about what they're thinking or how this is gonna work. But then when I was like, nah, really, they'll be fine with whatever we do or whatever I decide to do. Like let me talk with and consult with my wife, my business partner, my soulmate, my person that I'm always with, and the only, not in a selfish way, but the only opinion that really matters, and the only person that I really have to be worried about and how it's going to affect them and treat them. And so when I started doing everything from that point of view, and even looking at successes and failures and disappointments and letdowns, whatever it might be, you can always say, okay, was she cool, or did it benefit us, or was it good for us? Cool. It don't matter how it affected anybody else, as long as it's good for us. And again, not in a selfish type way, but just in a way of saying, this is the end all be all. This is the beginning of everything. This is where all of my attention and responsibility should lie. And so You know, just make her and our thing at the forefront, and then everything else will fall into place. So when I started doing that, I can honestly say, it's just a weight lifted off of you. It's easier mentally to operate because you know that you might get upset, it might not be there, but and I'm not you, I'm saying somebody else on the outside, they might not agree, but as long as me and her agree, and we got our thing going, and we know what we trying to do and plan to do, y'all will be all right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that really.
That was harder for me to feel like that because but yeah, once I started worrying about what Walter felt and how us as our unit, how it would affect us and our unit.
Right.
Then it's like.
Hey,
everybody just gotta kind of fall into place,
And if you don't, it's cool.
But I feel like all couples should feel like that. I feel like you shouldn't bring a lot of people on the outside into your situation because when it all crash and burn. Because you listen to somebody on the outside, then it's like
they're gonna be gone.
They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be at their house happy.
Yep. And you're gonna be sitting there mad with the person you with, right?
Right. So that's I like the fact that we talked about that.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah. So hope you guys can receive that.
Yes, receive that. Definitely.
And if you're going into a relationship, you have to think about that too, and think about make sure you guys on the same page. That's important. If you guys aren't on the same page, you might not be right for that person. But of course, me and Walter know all these years that we are pretty much on the same page. But we had to just work some things out and be able to communicate better and understand who the priority is. Right. And my priority is Walter and the girls. We got God, Walter, girls. Yeah. And then everybody else. And then Elaine and everybody. It's not.
Right, it's still between it.
Yes. But yeah, I was gonna say something. I forgot. What was I gonna say?
You got any other additional? We just talked about the being busy and everything. And I will say this. A lot of people, they. I know y'all want the podcast a little bit more frequently. But yeah, we busy. We're trying to get them in.
Oh yeah, we're trying to get them in.
We're trying to get them in. We're gonna get on the schedule and try to get them in regularly.
Yes.
Once the smoke kind of clears a little bit and everything kind of settles.
I think we can take our time out and give them like 45 minutes. I think we can do that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll give them. I'm gonna make sure I make it happen, even if we have to record day or night.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Right, we might be sitting here with it won't be the sunlight. It might be some dark candlelight going on. But we're gonna make it work. Yeah,
so we're gonna wrap it up. We're not gonna do any listeners' questions or anything today because we are, like I said, we have some things to do today. But we still want you guys to continue to email us and talk to us and give us feedback and follow us on Instagram as Beauty Beats Balance. You can also follow our personal pages, which is again Allison Person 22 and the Walter Person. And we're on iTunes and
Apple
YouTube,
Apple, Stitcher, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Yes. So continue to support you guys. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and we cannot wait to see you guys on the next episode.
All right, good deal.
All right. What was my new one? Love and Light, baby.
Love and Light.
Love